Guys, welcome back to another YouTube tutorial video or YouTube educational video. And today I'm dressed like the African queen that I am. However, I'm here to talk business. Yes, this is for business owners who keep wasting their money on running sponsored ads that never convert. Guys, I have never run a sponsored ad that did not convert, even when I was still using 5K to run ads. And for each time I run ads wrongly, I see that I make lesser than usual. So in this video, I'm going to take you through what you should do before, during, and after you run a sponsored ad. Hi guys, my name is Victoria Kuba, digital marketer and content creator living in Lagos, Nigeria, and helping businesses navigate through social media in general. Yes, and this is my YouTube channel where I share with you ways to be better online and my life on days when it's not boring. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can actively maximize your sponsored ads, what you need to do before you run a sponsored ad, when the sponsored ad is running, what you need to do, and what you need to do after you run the sponsored ad, like when it's done. A lot of businesses make that mistake of thinking that, oh, I'm running an ad, so they just relax and sit back, and the ad is supposed to magically convert. Yes, your sponsored ad helps you reach more people. Yes, it helps you put your content in front of even your followers who the algorithm has, not shown your content to because maybe they don't engage your content or something like that. So the algorithm helps you put, your content in front of them. However, if you and I are going through Instagram and we see certain content, we scroll and pass. And then when we see certain content, we stop to watch. Now, what's the difference between those two contents? So it could be that number one, the content that we scroll and pass, we're not interested in it, or it's probably boring, or the first few seconds of that content is not really giving as it's supposed to. So before you run a sponsored ad, here are the things that you need to do. Firstly, your page needs to be prepared for it, especially if it's your first time running a sponsored ad. What does that mean? Or if you have a new page that is young or is thriving business, your page needs to be ready for the sponsored ad. What does that mean? Your page needs to be at the point where people land on your page, they see what they want. So you need to have products, pictures or videos on it. You need to have something that makes people trust your brand. So that's like attaching a face to your brand. So it could be you sharing your team members, yourself, if you're a small business owner, so yourself creating certain content with your products or without your products, right? But with your products, I feel is more it's more engaging for people. Your bio needs to be audited and optimized, and you need to have highlights on them that are showing maybe like deliveries that you've done over time, your packages or your deals in a reel, or like examples of products that you have or you've had over time, right? So when I see a sponsored ad and I'm interested in the sponsored ad, because I'm trying to avoid being scammed, when I go to the page, I want to see that these people have done deliveries and they've done not one or two, they've done deliveries to different people, that they have people who have sent them feedbacks. You understand? I want to check that, okay, this content that they are pushing as ad is not the only human content they have. They also have other human content over time, right? And that does not mean that there are not pages that scam people that do all this. But this just gives soft landing to someone who lands on your page for the first time. Also, before you run sponsored ads, you want to check that the content you want to use is very catchy. You want to make sure that you put your best foot forward with the contents that you want to use. If you're trying to launch a product, then it means that you need to use a content that shows how good the product is, maybe like testimonials from the product, maybe like a picture ad, or something that actually just talks about that product in a good way, in an interesting way, in a valuable way. Or you want to, if you're trying to create brand awareness, so you need to make a video that talks about your brand in the best way possible, putting in like maybe like what you've done before. If it's like a service brand, you need to show people what you've done before, how you've done it, the results and all of that stuff. So the content that you're pushing out has to make sense. Now, another thing you need to do before running a sponsored ad is to have a realistic budget, a budget that matches your goal. A lot of businesses, when you tell them that, oh, and I've experienced this a lot as a digital marketer. When you tell them that, oh, you need to budget 200K or 150K for your products. Now you're selling an expensive product. You want to sell something that's like 1 million or 3 million or something, and then you want to spend 20K on ads. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Like, how is 20K supposed to help you make 1,000? That's only Ponzi scheme, right? So if you're looking to achieve bigger goal, you want to meet people, a lot of people that are able to afford you, because before the algorithm would span through people that are seeing your content to know, oh, these people are not interested, these people are interested. It takes a few days and a few number of reach. So if you want big results, then you need to invest, big. Yeah. Then, when your ads is running, don't just fold your hands and say, my ad is running, I can rest. No, no, you cannot. Because this is when you're supposed to be posting actively on your page. Like, when people land on your page, they want to see other things aside from what is in the video. Do you understand? Your story, because most people don't have the patience. And what I'm giving you guys for free is something I charge for. I charge for consultation. When clients come to me and say they want to run sponsored ad and they want their ads to convert, I charge for consultation. If you don't pay me, I won't give you the tea in full detail. But here I am giving you the tea in full details. So your story, your Insta story is a powerful tool to use when you're running sponsored ad. A lot of people, when they land on a sponsored ad, they don't have time to be going to the page, to the feed, right? Or they just click on the story. I don't know if you do it, because I do it as well. I just click on the story, and from the story, I'm like, okay. Then I go to the page. Do you understand? So story is a very fast way for people to land. And so on your story, when you're running sponsored ad, you need to have like deliveries, you need to have like videos of your products. Just keep your story busy all through, as well as keeping your page busy all through when you're running sponsored ad. Trust me, guys, it works. And if you try this tip and it works for you, please come back to this video and drop a comment, or share, and not all, and share this video. Thank you. Another thing you need to do when you're running sponsored ads, some business owners are very, very, very funny. You're running sponsored ad and you're offline. They're messaging you, you're not replying quickly. They're commenting how much. Don't be tired, reply, because that way you're increasing your engagement. When you reply every comment, silly, not silly, on your content, you're increasing your engagement. More engagement means that Instagram will push your ads more. Do you understand? And how will you be running sponsored ad and you're not replying your message? Please reply your message. Okay? Reply your message promptly. If you're too busy, get someone to reply it. Or what last thing you can do is to have automated message replies, right? So even if you're not there, the basic or the reason why you're running the ad gets to pop up when they send you a DM. Do you understand? And that buys time for you. But how would you run? So let me give you a quick story. The first time I ran. Let me give you guys a quick story. The first time I ran sponsored ad on my page, on my small business page, I set the target audience. Of course, I'm badass at that. I did everything. It was like in the evening, and I kept my phone away, and I just had like a me time. And I slept. When I woke up, I had over 100 messages. I was like, oh my god, because if people message you in that moment, they are interested. They might not be interested the next minute. I was like, oh, I hope these people don't say they're no longer interested. So I had to like quickly start replying everything. I spent the whole morning replying this people. I made sure I finished answering 100 of them. And yes, not 100 of them will buy, but at least I know that 80% bought. Do you understand? So yeah. Now, the final stage of what you need to do after running sponsored ad. Now, this mistake I also made when I started my business, and it's because like I have other things I do, and That's not an excuse, but yeah, it affected me. So when I did my first sponsored ad, and I had some things like I had collaborations out as well, which is something that you need to do. Yeah, I had collaborations with some creators. So while my ad was running, these creators were also posting and people were seeing my product. So like yeah, I was in people's faces, right? So of course I got return for it because I had a lot of people like message me. In fact, some people bought products and they've not collected it until now. I still have them. So I had a lot of messages. I had a lot of people buy from the sponsored ad, from the collaborations and all of that, and the UGCs and all of that stuff. And then I fell off. Like I was not like as active, and then I waited for a while before I now became very active and started doing sponsored ad again. And honestly, it affected my results. If I had kept that tempo, if I had kept that momentum from the first ad, and then I had the UGC content coming in, then I had another ad come out, that way, the tempo will have been up and I would have achieved more results. That doesn't mean that when I ran my second ad, I did not achieve it. I did, but it was not as good as the first time. Do you understand? Yeah. So after running sponsored ads, don't reduce your tempo. Okay, keep the tempo, keep showing up, keep doing stuff, and don't wait for a very long time before you run your next sponsored ads. You need to understand that you need to invest in your online business to get huge returns. Those business owners that you see, check what they are doing. They always run sponsored ads. They are always creating amazing contents, like contents that are mind blowing. Do you understand? Like, I know it's hard as a business owner to juggle all of them, and that's why I say you have to use one to patch up one. So if you're not that business owner that would always have time to create mad content, flesh out a full script, go into the streets all the time and do that, then match it up with like running sponsored ads, doing UGC and all of that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you found this video helpful, please drop a comment, please share, please like, and I want you to put these things into practice and come back and give me feedback. Okay? Until I see you in my next video, don't forget to watch my other vlogs, my lifestyle vlogs. Thank you. Bye.